Hey, good day, guys. As you know me, as you can see, we are on code chart right now, XAUUSD. Code has been on a downtrend since long time ago. Since long time ago, code is in a downtrend. So right now, as you can see, we are approaching the lows of code right there. We are approaching the lows. Sorry for that. Uh, So right here, using trends in trends strategy on the 1 hour time frame, quote is on a downtrend, and right here it is on a downtrend again. But now it is just consolidating right here. So that's why we want to analyze and to check what is going on that. This drop was during the CPI news drop. We got this trade from here, CPI, and we hold it as for God to slash these lows because here was we were having a strong supported zone. We're expecting God to touch this zone, to tap into this zone, and to come back and break this trend line and break this one again to confirm our buys. As it this is that this support level uh, was very strong. Now it broken out of this support level, and it is going to go down. This is the support zone, as you can see, support level. This is a strong support level. And now it broke it, and it is just consolidating right there to perform, perform a certain pattern right there on the higher time frame. But as for now, how we trade supply, in fact, how we trade support and resistance, and then supply and demand. Support and resistance and supply and demand are two different things. So that's what I want to explain again to you right today. Uh, as you can see here, when God approached this downtrend, it performed a certain pattern right there. It performed a demand zone. This was a demand zone uh, somewhere right here. It was a demand zone. It was a demand zone somewhere right there, and then it go up, and then it just come back slightly to form a head and shoulder pattern. To form a head and shoulder pattern. This left shoulder. This is this this is the head, right shoulder, and then boom. When it come back to slash this loss right here, that's where we see that God is now reversing. God is now reversing. So right here, it formed another demand zone, which was very strong. Another demand zone. It just slashes down and then it go up, creating that significant candles. Two candles, the bearish candle and the bullish candle, are the same in size. That's what we use to define a strong demand zone, demand area. When it come back here to slash these lows, to collect some liquidity, some buyers in the market, we catch this move again, go back to this resistance zone. This was a resistance zone. When it come on this resistance zone, it come back, it slash down, The time it go up here, it created a certain candle and then a bearish engulfing candle at that support, at that resistance, in fact. Uh, when and then we caught again this trade. It was around midnight. The time we caught this trade, and then boom, we come back to the demand zone. What I was looking for here, ETS was creating a trend channel, which is like a pattern, which was like a flag pattern, but uh, a larger version of a flag pattern on the 15 minutes time frame. And then the time it tapped into this demand zone, this was a demand zone. The time it tapped in, it come back here. So what I wanted to say, I wanted to see it breaking these structures, breaking these structures somewhere right there. I wanted it to see it breaking this one, and then it break, and again this one it break it, and then the time it come back here on the lower time frame uh, to clear the liquidity. I didn't hesitate there. I just entered the trade, risking 1%, and then this trade runs of 1 is to 8, and we're targeting this high. We target this high, and then the time it reaches that supply, because here it is was a supply level, supply zone again. So it was a supply zone. I was sleeping the time it reaches here, so I didn't set anything. I was supposed to set a sell stop right there, because I was knowing that somewhere right here it touches, it is a resistance, and again it is a supply zone, because if you look somewhere here, these candles are looking significant, that there are many sellers right here on this zone, so it is a supply zone. uh, there are many sellers right there on that zone. That's why it is called a supply zone. And then somewhere here we created a certain demand zone. So we marked this demand zone so that if it reaches here, it will go up. And it did it. That's what it did. So supply and demand was respected. The time it come back here, it was creating a certain pattern. So I marked this zone. I marked this level. I marked that one again. The time it come here, I ended trade. I didn't mark it. I enter a trade somewhere right there. Sniper entry. It was sniper entry according to this, as we can see, according to this level, where with a 17 pip, it was a 10 pips, 17 pip stop loss. And then our risk was on S to 4, on S to 4, somewhere right there. Risk to reward, risking 1% S to 4. And then it didn't, there was no drawdown right here. It just goes straight into profit, and then we hit our TP very fast. The time I saw that the market is not respecting this demand zone anymore, I see that we have got a supply zone right there, and then it printed a head and shoulder pattern. Let me show you. This is uh, a left shoulder, and then the head, and then right shoulder. So the time it printed that right shoulder, that's why I see that gold is about to sell. It's about to sell. So the time it break out of that area, don't forget we use many strategies right here. We use Fibonacci. We use demand and supply. We use support and resistance. We use chart patterns, reversal patterns like head and shoulder, like head and shoulders pattern. flag pattern. Here it was printed a certain pattern again, which is like a trend. It is trending downside. So the time it retested this supply and demand zone, this is a supply and demand zone, because here it was a demand zone which turned into supply right there, because we have got more sellers in the market. Uh, the time I saw this candle, and then it break the structure somewhere right there. It break the structure somewhere right there, and then the time I set my sell limit somewhere right there, it just triggered our sell limit, and then boom, it go 80 pips of the 4.5 risk to reward, 4.5 risk to reward, and then it tapped into this demand area where there are more buyers, and then it go up again. So today I missed a certain trade because it tapped into this zone, and then we have got a trend line somewhere right there. We've got a trend line somewhere right there. First touch, second touch. So we're expecting a third touch somewhere right there. Somewhere right here. We're expecting a third touch. As you can see, it created a third touch. A third touch somewhere there on the. So here we've got another trend which will connect somewhere right there. It break out of it, and then it break again this zone, and it come back to retest it. Now we are seeing there is a certain zone which is it is creating a small supply level, but which is not strong. We expect it to come back to the supply zone if it break that one, because now it is a resistance zone. It is a supply zone and it is a resistance zone again. So it gonna resist and go down. So that we expect more sales on gold. Expect more sales. So during today we got FOMC news. So I'm expecting it to come from here. Now it's around one, around to one now. It will come here and take these sellers in the market. During the news, we expect the more downside movement. Thank you. Keep on practicing so that you